Yo, what's poppin', man? It's your boy Trel Mack, and you tuned into Nelz In The Midday on 3SM Radio, your alternative to mainstream radio.
Yo, we back, man. We are back, man. It's Nelz In The Midday, 3SM Radio. I got my man on the line. My man, Mr. Q, the question. What's up, bro?
Yo, Nelz, man, what's good, man? Thanks for having me on from Philly to ATL.
You know, that's what's up, man. What's going on with you, man? Yo, this is the owner and CEO of SKE Records. You understand what I'm saying? This man is a busy dude. Like, he's done a lot of things, man. Just tell him a little bit about yourself, bro, and then, you know, what all you've done up to this point.
Well, you already know, Q the Question is the current co-founder of SKE Records with the hottest up-and-coming artist in the game, Trel Mack, straight out of Philadelphia. You know, I come from a background of journalism and doing publicity and just doing my thing, trying to make it happen. And big shout out to you, Nelz, for supporting the movement.
Oh, man, you know what I mean? As soon as I heard Trel, I was like, yo, this cat nice, man. Like, he really got something to say, man. He ain't just no fly-by-night artist, you know what I mean? So, like, that's what I look for, man. I look for originality in artists, man. And, you know what I mean? He definitely is a dope artist, man. You really, hey, really, man, you got a dope lineup over there. Like, how did you, okay, so I know that your background is in journalism and everything. Like, you went to school for that, right?
Yeah, no doubt. December 2009, journalism, North Carolina A&T, Aggie Pride all day.
All right. So how did you go from, you know what I mean, journalism to, you know, kind of like being a co-founder of your own label and all of that?
Well, you know, man, it was crazy because, you know, coming from the journalism background, I've always been like such a hardcore hip hop head. Not even just hip hop, just music in general. Mm-hmm. But it was always a dream of mine to start a record label. And before I discovered Trel Mack, when we got cool, you know, back in 2006, 2007, you know, my main goal was to be like a VJ, like a Sway, or, you know, do what Charlamagne is doing right now on MTV or something. Mm-hmm. But I always wanted to start a label in the back of my mind. You know, I say this in thousands of other interviews, you know, watching Cash Money growing up, Rockefeller, No Limit, Bad Boy, Murder Inc., Death Row. And that was just something that I always wanted to do, man. So even though, you know, I was solidified in the industry, you know, writing for popular magazines, I always wanted to do it. But I was just like, you know what? Let me not focus right artist. And once I start working with Trel Mack, it started from there.
Right. So who were some of the magazines that you work for, like, to give people, because you have an extensive background, like, you just ain't no fly by night dude that started a label, you know what I mean? Like, you extensively, like, been out here for some years now.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy, man, because it's funny, man. Like, even when I talk to, like, a lot of my old classmates, they be like, yo, Q, it's crazy, man, that Trel Mack is blowing up. I seen him on The Source, or I seen him on All Hip Hop. But then they'd be like, you know what? We already know it's not fly by night, because they remember the days when I used to be at North Carolina A&T passing out Trel Mack CDs. And this is during my freshman and sophomore years, my junior years, back in, you know, 06, 07, man. And, you know, it just come with a grind, man. You know, you put in work for so many years, and people think you came out of nowhere, and when they do their research, they be like, oh, this dude's been around for a minute.
And you know, it's funny because we talked about that before, but because a lot of people think a lot of artists just come up on the scene and they just blow up out the blue. But right. I mean, you live in proof that that's not true. Like, artists be grinding for many years before they even blow up. Even like when you look at an artist like Nicki Minaj, like, she ain't just blow up out the blue, just get on a song and then blow up. You know what I mean?
Right. Because a lot of people, you know, when they look at Nicki Minaj, they look at the mixtape "Beam Me Up, Scotty" that really got her hot and was killing the internet, the streets, and all that. But look how much material she probably put out before "Beam Me Up, Scotty." You know.
So now, man, you know what I mean. You basically, you the co-founder of SKE Records right now, and basically, man, you got what, 3 or 4 artists over there. That's all dope, right?
Yeah. You know, we got Trel Mack, you know, we got Petter Jones, you know, we got our man Audrey Salsa. And, you know, we do some stuff with Sean Archer too, man. You know, he's kind of like SKE affiliated. Not official yet, because, you know, he's doing his own thing, but he's still the homie. But officially, Trel Mack, Petter Jones, and our artist out of Spain, Audrey Salsa.
I mean, that's funny because you did, like, we talked about the fact that you do have an artist out of Spain. How did that come? With Salsa? How did that come about?
Yeah, well, with salsa, man, I got a good relationship with our DJ that holds us down over in Spain. He goes by the name of DJ Ayo, and at the time, Ayo used to always tell me about him, and I liked this music back then. But it was just so much going on with Trel Mack, and I just felt like I didn't want to add on too many to the roster. Getting Trel Mack solidified, then Peter Jones started to do what he do, and being an independent label and handling all of the marketing for yourself, and having like the smaller budgets, it was just too much going on to add on another artist where I could actually dedicate the time to put into them like that. So I said, you know what? Once I get Peter and Trel, where they need to be, then I'll consider it. And then he just started, he stayed on his grind though. One thing I like about Audrey, he stayed on his grind, man. So Ayo was like, yo, Q, man, I think he could be something. And you got a lot of connections over in Spain, and especially with the Spanish and Latino people. I think it could work because you understand the culture, you speak the language. We could make some things happen. And I start falling in love with his music, and boom.
So and the rest was history. Like he kind of like, what would you in? Like you couldn't like, sometimes, man, you meet an artist and it's like, yo, I can't help it. Like I gotta rock with him.
Exactly, Zach. And I just feel like it's something fresh and new with what he brings,
So listen, man, what I'm about to do, man, I'm gonna play some Trel Mack, man, so y'all can hear exactly what's going on. This your man Trel Mack right here with No Holding Back. This is an older song of his, right?
Yeah. That's from his last project, man. Inspired by Greatness, that came out in 2012, man. And you know what they say, old to us, but new to y'all.
Right, exactly. So we're going to play that, man. And then we're going to come back with my man, Q the Question, man. It's Nelz In The Midday, 3SM Radio. Let's go. Yo, we back, man. It's 3SM Radio, man. Your boy Nelz In The Midday, man. We back with my man, Q the Question. Yo, I like that record right there, yo.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Inspired by Greatness, out right now. EP from Trel Mack.
Yeah, man. I like Trel Mack as an artist, man. Like, he really, like, lyrically, he dope. You know what I mean? He had dope deliveries, man. And obviously, man, he picked dope beats. Like, let me ask you this. Like, we got to get Trel on next. We're going to get Trel on next. But when y'all go in the studio, man, how do y'all put y'all records together? You understand what I'm saying? Like, how involved are you in that aspect of it?
Well, you know what, man? I got a crazy ear for music, man. Like in all genres, man. So I listen to everything, man, and I could just picture him on certain beats. I listen to so much music on who I think he feels like, who I think that he should collab with. So it's a long process because when you want to make music with substance, you take a bit more time to make a quality record, a quality project, aside from just hearing the beat, writing some stuff real fast, and just sending it over, man. So we real selective on who we work with. We real selective and with the beats that we pick, and even him, man, that's just a talent that he has on making good music. And I tell people all of the time, a ear for beats is a talent itself. That people like Fat Joe and Rick Ross, those are dudes in the game. Jay-Z, they got like great ear for beats, and that's the thing. What makes a lot of artists special when they got that ear for beats as well. And
what's funny? It's funny that you say that because let me tell you something. That's what make the song like you said, the Rosés, the Fat Joes. And I think, and a lot of people might crucify me for saying this. I think the fact that Nas so many years didn't necessarily get the right beats for his albums, he could have been way bigger than Nas is an icon in this game. Undoubtedly.
Definitely. Nas my favorite rapper ever.
But I feel like, man, you know what I mean? And this is not a knock on nobody, but I feel like that he needed better beats, man. The only reason why people think that, even though Nas killed Jay on Ether, the reason why people think the Takeover is better, because the beat was better. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. That's why a lot of people do say that.
Yeah, because that beat was crazy. You feel what I'm saying? But so when you listen to those two songs, you automatically think, oh, man, Jay killed Nas. Nah, he really didn't. If you really listen to the lyrics, man, and what was said, Nas killed Jay. You know what I mean? And like you said,
Nas with him, man. That's like one of the greatest hip hop battles of all time. Ether, Takeover, and Super Ugly, and all that stuff. I mean, it was crazy, man. They was going in.
Yo, that joint was crazy. Like yo, and it's funny, man. Like I'm a little older, so I'm glad I was around during the golden years of hip hop, like of great beefs. You know what I mean? Like but that by far was because lyrically they like the best ever. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like when
indeed.
when in your top 10, you always gonna have Nas and Jay. Whatever you gonna have them first, however you have them, they're gonna be in the top 5 technically. It's always gonna be Nas or Jay. So like that's what make that was an epic time for hip hop. You know what I mean? Like it really revitalized, made them both of them real relevant at the time. You know what I mean?
Right, and I actually have every Nas album and Jay album that came out, along with Eminem and Ghostface Killah and T.I., because those 5 I just mentioned are my top 5 MCs of all time.
You got Tip in there?
Yeah, man, I got Tip in my top 5, man, from trap music to urban legend to the Paper Trail, the last album that he dropped. What was the name of the last project? The one that he just dropped.
Damn.
The Heavy is the Head or something that.
Yeah. Hey, but on the real, like, I rocks with Tip though.
Oh yeah, Tip is a beast. Yeah, Tip, you'll be surprised, man. I love Tip, man.
Yeah, lyrically, Tip be killing lyrically. You understand what I'm saying? Yo, it's a lot of you know what's funny?
Trouble Man, that's the name of the album.
Trouble Man, exactly.
Yeah, Trouble Man is the joint.
See, and the funny thing, you know, it's crazy because when you listen to these dudes like that's really like strong in the game and really like ahead of the rest, they all uniquely unique in their own mind. Like they not no carbon
they bring
copies.
Their own flavor to the game, you know, and that's why they have the careers that they have, because they come in the game with their own style. But a lot of times, you know, especially with nowadays, a lot of guys come with like replica stuff. It's not original, man. So they kind of fade out easy. You know what I mean? Nobody sounds like Eminem. Nobody sounds like T.I. Nobody sounds like Kanye West. Mm-hmm. Nobody sounds like Jeezy. And you go on, you know.
And that's what make them dudes great. So let me ask you this. In light of that, like when you look at an artist, like, you know what I mean, if an artist was to send you their demo or something right now, or step to you, hit you up on social media, what do you look for in an artist? Like what kind of like makes you say, okay, he got something?
Well, you know what, man? It's that first instinct of when you listen to the music, but also, you know, I research his work ethic. But even though, you know, the work ethic and all that is great, you still have to see what he brings musically. So some guys, you know, every mogul and executive has their own opinion on what they like, but some guys you could just see it like, yo, they got it. Like when I first started working with Trel, I was like, yo, even though he needs to be developing a little bit more when we first started working, I was like, man, he got something. Like, it's just one of them things that just don't fall into your lap. Because a lot of these artists, man, they just don't have that thing. And every artist, you know, that blows up is something about him special, man. You know, Trel beat selection, his wordplay, the ability to just make songs after songs, the great ear for beats they have. That's something that you don't find every day, you know? So some guys you could just point them out. I'm not so stuck on the image, he rocking a new pair of shades, he hanging with the baddest chick. How do you sound musically? Because that's what sells the record at the end of the day.
And it's funny you say that, because you know what I tell artists? Like, you got a lot of artists that's out right now that's now we ain't gonna think about in the next 6 months. So I ask artists, like, are you making music for this time, or are you making timeless music? Because a lot of artists making music for this time, and they don't really think about, okay, these checks gonna slow down.
Right.
I'm gonna fall off. So how do I stay? Because think about it. People like T.I. and all of them, they still relevant. Jeezy, and they've been around for a lot of years. So a lot of artists lose the fact that, yo, I got to try to make this a career, not just like a NFL career where I'm here now and then I get hurt and I'm gone. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Right. And honestly, man, I think, you know, this is just my personal opinion. I'm pretty sure many will agree. I think with the music game now, hip hop has become a thing where, you know, when we was coming up on rap, you know, we actually wanted to be a part of it because we really liked it. Mm-hmm. And I do believe a lot of people like it now and still love it. But you do have like a good percentage of people they got this, I'm not a rapper, I'm a hustler mentality. And so they in hip hop just to make a couple bucks, but they really not passionate about the music. And so when you got a bunch of people like that, you know, in the game just to make a quick bucks, you know, make a little catchy record, get a couple show money and bounce, it kind of makes it harder to actually look for the ones that are really talented and really passionate. You really got to weed it out and dig a little deeper, because, you know, it's so oversaturated with dudes like that, you know. And,
you know, it's funny you say that, because I sift through my email, man, listening to doo-doo music all the time. You know what I mean?
Tell me about it.
And I think that what's happening is that type of mentality has tarnished the game. You understand what I'm saying? Because, you know, yeah, you gonna make a quick buck, but you know, your music, like, this not a hustle, man. I tell people all the time, hip hop is a lifestyle. It's not just you get money and all. It's a whole lifestyle. It's a culture. Hip hop is a culture. That's why it's mimicked. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't understand that fact. But yo, man, we're gonna listen to some more. We're gonna listen to Who He Think He Is. That's off that Inspired by Greatness too, right?
Exactly, man. Who We Think He Is, Inspired by Greatness EP. We actually going to be working on a video for that soon as well.
But yo, so I'm gonna go ahead, man. I'm gonna give y'all Trel Mack, Who He Think He Is, man. You tuned in to Nelz In The Midday, 3SM Radio, man. Q, stay with me for a minute, a little while longer, bruh.
You know it.
All right. Yo, this your man Trel Mack, Who He Think He Is. Yo, we back, man. Well, my man, cue the question. Yo, man, Trel be killing these fools, son.
Yeah, Trel Mack a star in the making, man. Trel's the hottest coming out of Philly. You already know, SKE.
Yeah, man. So listen, before I get you come back on, man, go ahead and introduce this joint, this 3 joint.
Yeah, 3, man. You know, that's a banger record, you know, with Trel Mack, Sean Archer, and Petter Jones, man. Petter Jones killed it, man. I love his verse, man.
Yo, and
he killed it.
And this is your whole lineup right here. Everybody we talked about right here, right?
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking we should have had Audrey Salsa sing some Spanish on it or something. Yeah, I mean, but maybe in the future. But right. Yeah, man, you know, that's the SKE team, man. Right. We killed it, man, and I'm glad you're feeling it.
All right, here we go, yo, man. This Petter Jones 3 featuring Trel Mack and Sean Archer, man. 3SM Radio, man. We're gonna come back with Q the question, man, and wrap it up. All right, yo, man, we back, man. Yo, hey, man, you got a nice lineup, bro.
Appreciate it, man. Q the question got an ear for talent.
I see you, bro. Like y'all killing Philly right now. I know. You know what I mean? Y'all got a nice buzz on internet and everything. Yo, tell everybody where they can find you at, Q.
Well, you already know you can hit me up on the Instagram, Q the question, SKE, and you can check me out on Twitter, Q the question. And to that record 3 you just played, you know, the video is out right now, and we had over 40 or 50 publications online support us, man. So make sure y'all check that out.
That's dope. So, y'all, what's your website? Y'all got a website for SKE Records?
Yup, www.skerecords.com. And, you know, Trel Mack got some new heat coming soon, and Petter Jones.
All right. And Sean Archer, like, he on your team too, right?
Yeah, no doubt, man. You know, he got the new record out, No Lames Allowed, so that's kind of moving. You know, Sean is pretty much affiliated with us, but something should be inked real soon. Put it like that.
Ah, okay. I see what's happening. So he close to being a part of the T on the team, but he ain't full-fledged solidified it yet.
Yeah, it's one of them type of things, but it's already going down.
All right, well, listen, bro, man, we appreciate you coming on, man. You know what I mean? You know, I support your music, bro. You know, you can come on anytime. We're going to get y'all boys. We're going to get all them boys on next, man. We're going to get all y'all on, man.
You already know, man, you got the math, man. So whenever you want the team on, just let me know, and Q the question going to make it happen.
Man, I already know, man. Thanks, bro, for being a part of the show, man.
No, man. Thank you, man. You've been supporting us, man. I appreciate you even more.
Yo, give them your social media again, man, where they can find you at one more time.
Yeah, once again, Instagram, Q the question, SKE, and my Twitter, Q the question.